In this Service Please snack, Emeka reminisces on the gruelling process of site hunting. Getting property agents to understand the concept when it's your first site can be a difficult battle, and the legal process of drawing up the rental contracts.
Site hunting was long. I bought new shoes. I bought new shoes. I did. I bought wallabies.
Yeah.
Yeah, Clark wallabies.
Yeah.
You know, the ones that used to use at school. For
Mate, I had a pair of wallabies at school as well.
For football.
Yeah.
Like, they were sick for football. Like
Toe punch central, mate.
Oh my God!
I had the same conversation with someone the other day, man. It was just bad.
Little toe punch. What do you mean? Thank you. Yeah, but they critically, that rubber sole was great, and because I didn't want to be rolling into trainers. Like, I'm still trying to present myself to agents who are not taking me seriously, right? Like, there's that. Okay, so that Nigerian tackle concept. This sounds laughable. Like, they didn't take you seriously. You didn't really know what you had no.
And was that a bit of a fight? Was it at times?
Fight, yeah, man. Like, and to the extent which we got this place here. I respect the property agent, the estate agent that we found this site with here. It wasn't that he took us seriously. He just didn't not take us seriously. You know, I felt like a number of other people were kind of like, yeah, but like, you're not really a big enough brand for my client, kind of thing, you know, or I want to ask you questions about, like, which were not really relevant, like, well, why am I going to be going after a place if I don't have the money, like, and maybe because loads of other potential buyers or tenants were of that way inclined, but like, we were just different, like, you know, and yeah, I think sometimes they wanted to hear about, oh, we're doing a burger concept or Nigerian burger. Oh, I can get my head around it, but like something which was like this is like such a punt. But you know, I remember coming to this place was the worst place that we had looked at. Story actually goes, there was a place in Dalston which somewhere 2017 or 2017 it come onto the market, and we'd have a look at it. It didn't go through, and then came back a year later in the summer of 2018. Yeah, this is what happened. Came back on the market in 2018, and the guys got back in touch with us and said, hey, you know, you still interested? We almost struck a deal. We were about 5K under what they were asking for, and then they decided not to go ahead with it. And then end of that year, so end of 2018, we now finally struck a deal. I remember I said I went to Nigeria at the end of 2018. So whilst I was in Nigeria, lawyers were stood up. We were going through the legals. We came back into 2019 looking ready to sign this place. In the meantime, I still continued to look at other sites, and this place popped up at the beginning of 2019. I had a look at it, laughable. If I show you photos, this place was a joke. Like, it wasn't a restaurant, it was disgusting. And there wasn't really that much of an interest because we were working on another place, working towards a summer 2019 opening. And then around like March, April time, things just got stuck on the legals. There was a clause which we just couldn't work through, and we just ended up pulling the plug, which was gutting. Like, you know, not what we wanted to do, you know, but like it would have just put us in such a bind. We were just like, we're not really willing to do that. We were deeply upset, and yeah, at that time, like, I remember being really upset but really calm in that moment and being like, all right, cool, what else? And my mind started thinking about this space here. I came back and it's like, it is a hole, but I think the location's on point. I actually think the size works really well for us. You know, could we make it work? The more we kind of thought about it, said, yeah, actually, this can really work. It's a job. It's a big job. And that was the other thing. A lot of the other places were already restaurants or cafes in some way. Like, you're gonna renovate it, but like there's all these certain key bits in place. This was not. This was a money transfer site, you know. And you know,
So like gas extraction, like electricity points,
walls,
like
as
walls.
in that back wall was falling down. The roof was caving in. It was full of damp all around. It was mold. Like it was trash. New floor, like everything, complete gut job. New walls. These were caving in this way. Had to put stud walls up so we could, yeah, you know. So it was a full-on job. But we thought about it and we're like, well, maybe that's the best place. We're trying to do something so different. Trying to put that different thing on top of, you know, an existing framework. Maybe it's not the right thing to be doing. And actually, this would work better. Just actually taking a complete blank canvas and just doing what we wanted to do with it. So yeah, whoopsie. Yeah, that's what happened with this place. So yeah, we were, as I said, turned into something we were absolutely gutted about, and we just started working on this site. The guy, the agent, you know, he was pretty upfront with us all the time. Like, you know, I don't think he tried to. That's the thing. He didn't try to blow smoke up our ass. And he didn't try to like belittle us either. He was just like, you know, well, the landlords want this and that, whatever. His boss, on the other hand, was a bit of a, I can't swear 'cause I'm live, innit? But
Do whatever you want, mate.
But nah. Keep it PG. Yeah. So he just, as I said, he just. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. He didn't not take us seriously, which I think was, you know, so important for us, because
Probably gave you a bit more confidence as well that you were treated in that way. That, like, you know, someone's seeing us and they can believe in us and they understand it.
Exactly.
And, like, even though it didn't feel, you know, it looked a little bit disjointed. It was like, but the person was like, we're here for you as well.
Yeah. And so I don't think he said we were here for you.
Yeah.
Like, he just like, he didn't say I'm not here for you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, he's like, okay, cool, I'm an agent, you got a concept, I'll put it to him. You
see what happens.
You see what happens. Rather than like, ooh, I'm not sure my guy's gonna go, like, mate, like, off.
Yeah.
So, yeah, kudos to him. Nice guy, actually.
So then obviously you went through the point of completely gutting the place. The walls are falling down, you putting up new walls. I can remember you said,
Yeah,
I remember
first of all-
seeing like a
First
wall.
of all, the legals took a long time.
Okay.
It was about nine months.
Yeah.
So that whole legal negotiation process was just like, in itself was really long, especially because obviously we had to change the use of this. So that was not just negotiating with well, first of all we had to negotiate the landlord to obviously buy in to this, subject to us being able to change, and then get that convince the council that this was, you know, acceptable.
Yeah.
And that wasn't easy.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, like, we're on the high street, like, certain policies in place.
Yeah.
The reputation of, you know, with the food concept that we were trying to do.
Applying for an alcohol license,
Yeah,
is that
yeah.
going to cause trouble?
Yeah,
Is that going to
exactly.
cause trouble?
Yeah, yeah,
Things like that,
exactly,
yeah.
exactly.
You've got to really change the narrative, right?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that was so all of that, and it was only once we had all those things in place as well that we were going to be willing to finally sign on the dotted line. But we were on we basically had tied into the fact that if we didn't get it, we were going to still have to pay them some money. So we were like, but we're not going to pay everything. It was like, you know, we're going to, I don't know, an amount like which we knew if we didn't get all these licenses and permits from the council in place, we were going to lose out. And which is rubbish, right? Because if you can't do that, you still need that cash there to go somewhere else, but you're under. But yeah, we took that. It was calculated risk. Finally, got the keys, and then we were left with this place to change, completely renovate. We'd already been kind of like doing we were basically, by the time we got the keys, we were ready to go. We like lined up the builders, architectural drawings were already done, and we were just boom, straight into it. But even that said, as the builder said, you don't know what it is until you start pulling down walls and stuff. And when we started doing that, it became a realization that this job was going to be a bit more ugly than was expected. And as I said, it was a big job anyway because you're a complete renovation. It's your first time doing any building job. Like I never renovated a house before. I remember the guys talking about, furlings? I mean, I learnt so much at that time.
The roofs, when it angles of the wood on the roof.
Yes.
Yeah.
I learnt so much at that time.
Yeah.
We moved the electrics, like the boards from here outside into here, the gas, dealing with negotiating with the utilities guys. Oh man, like it was an interesting project, right to the very bitter end.
But that must have been really fun, like, you know, seeing that whole thing develop from the walls to, you know, the new shiny bits of equipment coming in and wrapping off the film that goes into them and slotting it all into place, and, you know, standing in the kitchen without any pans or anything like that, pretending that you're cooking or something like that, you know, all of those fun, like that journey.
It was fantastic. I remember when the day the signage went up, oh
yeah.
We got the name of the restaurant on the high street.
Amazing.
That's what it's always been about, you know. So yeah, I was super happy and everything like that. But it was, you know how it is. You're doing the project. Every single day counts. There's a lot of contractors to manage and align. You know, and one issue with one part, like, really messes up the whole flow of the whole project, and you're really setting time with your marketing and press team that you're trying to go live, and on this date you're up against it. At the same time, you're trying to recruit a whole team, and you got nowhere to do your trials. You invite your chefs to your home so they can you can see if they got any culinary skills, you know. So it was a lot of fun. Like, it was a lot of fun. And yeah, obviously in the end we were open, and that was really a fantastic day. You know, we invited family and friends over to basically open up the restaurant, and it was wicked.
Amazing. And that came to pass on like 13th of Feb, beginning of Feb?
Yeah.
Kind of time?
The family day, I think, if I top of my head, was like the 11th, 10th or the 11th. And then we opened on the Thursday or Friday, the day before Valentine's Day.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was that same week.
And that was like your soft launch, and that was obviously inviting people that have been to the pop-ups, the community down, understand it, let them know and see, and get the chefs that have been practicing in your kitchen a real practice, and get them going and stuff like that.
It was also live to the public from the get-go.
Yeah.
So obviously, like, by the time we had a newsletter, we had the following on, so everyone was invited down. But like, and we had a promotion going. So like, that first 10 days, 2 weeks, the soft launch, but it wasn't just like only family friends. It was like, we're live. Yeah, we're live. Yeah. Let's go. I'm okay. Thank you.
I'm all done.
Yeah.
Absolutely delicious.
Did you want to see the menu for that?
100%.
Yes, please.
I hope you enjoyed that snack from the full episode. If you could tell one other person about this podcast, or even use their phone to like, follow, and share, it would be much appreciated. You can also go one step further and become a patron of this podcast via www.serviceplease.io. Any monthly contributions will help amplify the voices of the hospitality and wider food industry, enabling more people to understand the innovations and daily struggles of one of the most dynamic sectors, and of course, the tastiest.